Joined by Hofstra head coach Frank Catalanotto following another thrilling Hofstra victory, 5-4 over St. Peter's on a walk-off 3-run home run from Steve Harrington. Coach, thoughts on today's performance?
Yeah, Mahady, the starting pitcher, really kind of kept us at bay, kept us off balance. He was throwing some good change-ups to my lefties, so we really had nothing to show for it. We're going to have to do a better job making adjustments during the at-bat, it's nice that we showed some fight again like we did in our last win, and we were able to walk it off.
Open up to questions.
Coach Sammy Arnell, WRHU. Steve, obviously the hero today, the walk-off homer in the ninth, but also you just talked about Mahady's dominance a little bit. Steve was 1-for-1 against Mahady with 2 walks, and he's a lefty. What do you think is so effective that Steve does at the plate, and that he does both coming off the bench and as a starter?
Well, he's got such great hands. I mean, he has a knack for getting the barrel of the bat to the baseball. We've noticed that, the whole fall and here in the last couple months when we're practicing. He's able to adjust to different pitches. And, it was a good spot. We knew we wanted him up there, at that time, because we knew if he got a ball up in the zone that he could hit in the air, we had a chance to win the game. We had the wind blowing out. He hits a lot of fly balls, so it matched up really good for us. But the kid's got some of the best hands on the team as far as when it comes to hitting.
Coach Tim Crowley, WRHU, just thinking all the way back to Fialo's start. His slider away from righties and his changeup to lefties really kept him in when his fastball command was in and out at times. What do you think that really felt with a good feel for his off speed today?
Yeah, that's the only thing that kind of kept him in there as long as he did. He didn't have his good stuff, but like you said, his fastball command was not good. And when he doesn't have his fastball command, he's just going to have to battle. So he battled again. Not his best stuff. I'm sure next time out he'll be better. But it's good to see that he was able to dig deep and to get us some innings.
Coach, I know it's pretty early after it happened, but any update on Mac Gonzalez and his going on with him right now?
Nothing yet. I know there was a hole in the mound, pretty deep hole, and he kind of slipped and kind of his foot fell in there and his knee kind of buckled. So it didn't look good, but we'll get some information here in the next few hours, I'm sure.
Coach, this is your second straight walk-off win and second straight ninth inning comeback. What does it tell you about this team, and what is it telling you going forward?
That these guys are fighters. Just when you think, it's going to be a horrible loss, these guys were able to figure it out. I think it helped us, the fact that Mahady had a lot of pitches, right? And those guys got to see him a bunch, so we were able to kind of get some runners on base. And, it was the best thing for us, actually, for him to get out of the game. I thought the matchup with Harrington was a good matchup. But it tells me that, and it proves and it shows them that we're never going to be out of a game. So if we're down late, we still have a chance.
Talk about a little bit about Steven Kancik, who gave you 3 really good innings out of the bullpen today.
Yeah, that was huge. I mean, early in the season, we're trying to figure out a lot of things, figure out what we have, and for him to do what he did there, I mean, we couldn't allow them to score any more runs. We would get, into too deep of a hole. So the job he did today speaks volumes, and listen, he's earned himself some more playing time.
Coach Luke Napolitano got his first start, his first appearance today over Jake Liberatore, who had that questionable performance on Wednesday, 1 for 3, the 2 kind of miscues in the field. Did have 2 walks, 1 intentional, 1 a hit by pitch, I guess. What's the situation at third moving forward? What did you see from Napolitano today that you liked? What about Liberatore?
The problem I have, and it's a good problem, I've got a lot of good players here that need to get playing time. So, unfortunately, Luke had to kind of wait his turn to get in the lineup. I was able to get him in there today. Had to pinch hit for him because, like I said before, the left-handed hitters were neutralized by Mahady's changeup. So I felt like that was a better matchup with the righty. But we're going to just kind of go back and forth. I'm trying to figure out our best lineup. Liberatore is a really good hitter, So I'm gonna try to get him in there. And Luke's got to be in there at times as well. So the early going, I'm trying to figure it out, and we'll see how it shakes out.
What have you seen from Florides in these first 2 home games? Had a rough stretch at the plate against Houston Baptist, but had that ball he took the other way to right field and then get his hands inside on the double.
Yeah, he's trying to figure it out, and he's doing a good job here the last couple of games. His defense is never going to be a problem. He's solid at short, and that's why he's going to be in the lineup a lot. But the last 2 days he's been shorter to the baseball. When we were in Houston, he was taking these big swings, really trying to drive the ball. And we're trying to tell him, listen, we don't need you to drive the ball out of the ballpark or in the gaps. We just need you to make contact, put the ball in play. And that's what we saw the last few days, so I'm happy about that.
Coach, when we spoke on Tuesday, you mentioned your team's approach against starters and trying to work into the bullpen. Today, that seemed to be an issue with you. I think Mahady had about 100 pitches by the time he was pulled. What can you say about your team's approach early on in the
Yeah, I didn't like it at all, that's going to be something that we work on. And I've said it to them a bunch of times, and I've said it to you guys. I mean, our in-at-bat adjustments have not been good, right? Like, these guys got to know, okay, this guy's been getting me to swing at changeups in the dirt, so maybe I have to either sit on it or start to look for it and take it or something like that. These guys aren't making those adjustments. So, listen, you got to tip your hat to Mahady. He pitched a hell of a game, and but I think we also need to be better, and we'll get to work on that right away.
All right, Coach, thank you.
All right, thank you.